Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
54. I'm coming.
Snap.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. This is complete to Michael Thomas. A gain there of 21 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Ready? 30 base.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Pilot 64. Wait. Meet them.
To throw on second down. Nix gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 37.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Thomas, the intended target. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Bravo.
53, check, 53.
6-6, bullet, ready.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. They find some open field here. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Giants 7, 49ers nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustain. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Looking to throw. Nix. The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Go, go, go.
Look, squeeze. Five.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down. Not only do they pick up the first, but they got a lot of extra yardage with it.
And I saw a defense that was absolutely out of sync. They didn't expect that play call at all. And it allowed the offense to actually get great blocking angles against them and allowed the back to just rumble and rumble and rumble. And as you said, tacked on big yardage at the end.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Nix. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Flowers in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Looking to throw. Nix. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. A nice pickup there, 19 yards, and they're set up better for 3rd.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Got his target, Samuel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. From the gun, Nix. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Good bounce-back drive right there through the on drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Jones operating from the gun. Wilson's got it complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. Hey, exit. 51. Ready?
Jones now on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Greystone travel.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. As his guys are in for 6. And the Giants have taken the lead. The fly route works for the TD ground.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did. All the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Check Mike 54. Mike 55.
Off play action. Nix under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now. If this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Flushed out right. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. Back to throw. Nix And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Giants 14, 49ers 7.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Nix to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Mike 5-4.
2nd and 9 now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to... And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. No problem there on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The end result, 21 yards.
21 yards. 1st down, Giants.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Check, lock and get.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike. Come on, the ball.
Hey, team 6. Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Jones heading up here 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And some space here. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. In for the score as his guys are able to regain the lead. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But, boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
49ers 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Matchbox lights. Five.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 26. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and through, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Okay, Brady, I see you. Ready.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Let's go. Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Check back, check back.
5.
On 1st and 10, Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They run with Breida. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Set. 60 outlaw. Snap.
On first down, here's Breida. And he's got room. And oh, so close as he takes it all. The way to the 2-yard line.
54 yards. That's another 49er first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal.
Hey, Haywood.
Front 9, my front 9. Hey, let's get them home.
From the gun, Nix. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his third touchdown now on the year as they have taken the lead. Point after up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final? A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that is going to tie our game as we... So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A final shot before break. Nix. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the run, it's Barkley. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Let's go, E. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Jones operating from the gun. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jones. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 49ers' 42-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. This is Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yard.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Leo, get it.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
From the 38, Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 49.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
2nd and 2. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. N'Keal Harry, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys have now moved out in front. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
The extra point up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
56 to Mike.
Go. Recon, 132, fuck that.
Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. We'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Shedding the tackler again. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Niners' 22-yard line.
53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
From the 22, Jones. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And Barkley did not get there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce him, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that will tie our game here in the third. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 78 yards as they have taken the lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
The extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jones. And this one's incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. And it's 3rd down.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Hey, box drop.
Jones now on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Briggs. It's a giant 1st down on a gain of 16.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready. 90 Wolf. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Now.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, flush to his right. Caught by Wilson. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Check 24, check 24. Check
80 weapon.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Good.
He's checking, he's checking.
Rock it. Hit it.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Throwing, Jones. Stepping up, he'll try and run. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Ready.
So third and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. And Barkley will try to punch it in. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more coming.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
56, Mike, 56.
Jones throwing on 4th down. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Nick Bosa, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. A breakdown by the O-line at the worst possible time. 4th and goal, and it leads to a sack.
And I can just see it now. On the sidelines, they're telling the quarterback, you've got to get rid of it somehow, some way. At least get it in the end zone and give us a chance. If we throw an interception, so what? A sack? We didn't even have a chance.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Crunch time, defense.
Hey!
They run again with Breida. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. First down, San Francisco to pick up 14 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
At the 14-yard line. Push him back. Push him back.
On 2nd down now, Barkley, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record. and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Gay is on for the point after. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That ties the game at 42-all. Matt Gay is set to kick off.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Ready?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Eluding the pressure, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Let's go, first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
General West.
Mike's 56.
They begin with a run by Barkley. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way down to the 5. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 66 yards. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Let's go, folks.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going.
X3, 218, chop. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. Catch is made by Harry. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He's back to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Back to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end, and it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Touchdown.
Extra point forthcoming. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This one taken just inside the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Check back. Protein spill. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Slam, 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 slam.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Shift, shift. Hey, orbit. Secret, secret.
Now Jones to throw again. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Ready? 18, Gator.
Check 53, Mike. Check 10.
Get it.
On first down, Jones. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's throwing it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Hey, exit. Ready?
Jones now throwing again on 2nd and 10. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. We got to get the ball. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is good. From 49 yards away, he nailed it. And the Giants win the football game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Giants, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they dip to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.